All right, welcome back to the comeback. This is it. This is the second last episode before the race episode. We're putting a lot of effort into that one. So this week's going to be short and sweet, straight to the point, so that we can we've already started filming next week's one already this morning. So I was thinking just going to be really simple today. Go a little bit over how my taper's gone, a little bit of the plan for the race, and what my sort of goals are for the race. The taper's been interesting. It hasn't gone perfect, but it hasn't gone that bad either. Sort of Monday, easy 45 minutes, was meant to be an hour, but I've been struggling with this little bit of this issue with my leg again. Then Tuesday was 6 by 1K, and that was a real struggle mentally because of just how my leg was feeling. I sort of wound myself up into a bit of a catastrophe for that, but I got through the session well. Times weren't that bad, all things considered. I think I averaged 3:37. The goal was 3:35 average because it was meant to be sort of a bit more held back this week for to keep everything getting fresh. Then day off on Wednesday, which I'm not sure if it was the best thing to end up having a day off on Wednesday because I felt kind of crappy this morning. But then I had just a really easy warm up this morning and then a 10-minute threshold at sort of just whatever pace felt good today, and sort of averaged around 3:48-ish. It didn't feel great. Running didn't feel very good this morning, but that's okay. That's the hard part about tapering, is you're not really going to feel good. You feel sluggish. You feel pretty junk, and that's okay. It's meant to be like that. It means you're getting ready to race. So it's exciting, but it's also hard to ignore those. Can be a little bit hard to ignore those sort of nerves and all that around not feeling very good. And then just easy 30-minute runs now, basically with a couple strides until I get to the race. It'll be, tomorrow easy strides down in Melbourne, and then easy shakeout run on Saturday before the race too. And then we're on to the race. So what's my race plan? I'm not quite sure yet. I've been sort of avoiding thinking about it a little bit. It'll be the big overarching goal of this race will be to finish strong. So I'm not really sure what pace that'll look like yet. Probably trying to, I don't know, it's tough to tell. Probably trying to go out at around 3:55-ish, I would imagine. Probably wouldn't be wanting to go too much quicker than that at the start, and then sort of try and really pick it up strong on the way home. But I think on top of all that, even more is just to really, really go and enjoy racing again, and being a part of events, because other than Sydney, it's been a while since I've been able to race consistently. So it's just going to be really, really enjoying it today, and having fun making the video. That's why this week's a little bit short. It's just a little touch base, more of a keep my streak going. I've posted every week for the last couple of weeks, so I don't want to stop that. I want to keep the consistency up. We've actually already started filming the race video this morning, which is cool. But then it's also going to be a really good mental test, this race, because going into it, I know that my leg's not going to feel good in the race. I've already had 2 emergency physio appointments in the last 5 days for it, just to really make sure that it's not make sure that I'm not doing any damage to it or anything like that. And it's comforting, but also not comforting when your physio says, look, it's going to hurt during the race, but no, you're not doing any damage. There's no damage to be done with what we know what the issue is. Get through the race, enjoy the race, push hard in the race, and we'll get the problem completely fixed after. So I don't love that, but it's just part of it. But I think it's going to be a really good test for me mentally to try and get through that, sort of knowing that it's not going to feel great. But, that was why it was good. Got to see my sports psych earlier in the week and go over some things with him, which will really help. And then goals for the race, that kind of race plan. So the race plan will get figured out in the next couple of days. I always like to break the race up into chunks, so I haven't done a half for a long time, so I'm probably going to break it up into like 7 chunks of random distances. I don't really have any method to how I do it, other than I just pick nice landmarks that I want to get from here to here. So during like an example, in Sydney, I wanted to get from the start line to the bottom of the bridge. And then I wanted to get from the bottom of the bridge to the top of the harbour bridge. That was 2 chunks. And they were not very long chunks. One was only 1 kilometre and one was less than 1 kilometre. But then the next chunk was get from the top of the bridge down to the flats. And that was nearly a 4K stretch before I got to the next spot. And then I wanted to get to the bottom of the next hill. That was a couple of K to get there. And then from the bottom to the top of the hill. And that was only like 300 metres. So I'll pick markers out on the course and I'll go over all of that in next week's video, which will be cool, which is going to be the race video. But the goal is just to, so sort of wrapping it up, not a very long one today, but the goal is just to have fun, push hard, and see what I can do over a half. It's my first half marathon for a long time, so sort of my re-debut at the half, which I can't wait for. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to hurt, but it's going to be fun, and Melbourne's always an amazing weekend, and I can't wait to get down there tomorrow morning. Next week's video is going to be so much better. We're really trying to learn as quickly as we can to get these going really good. That's why today's a little bit short, a little bit funny. It's been a bit of a tough week dealing with this little bit of an issue with my legs, so I haven't really had much time to think about what video I wanted to make and all that, and then also putting lots of extra effort into next week's video. That's that for this week. I think I'll just finish it off with, in terms of a goal time, probably thinking around 1:20, 1:22. So a bit short of the goal that we'd set at the beginning of the year. At the end of last year, I was getting pretty close to being in shape to be able to go under 75 minutes, we were thinking. So we're a little ways from that, but this is all a part of the journey, and that's why I'm so excited to it. I've actually finally started this, because can get back in on the ground floor almost, right back at the beginning, going up to a new distance, and really being not super fit for this race, and it's just going to be a good push. So let's see how close I can get to that. I'll give the official goal pacing and all that in next week's video, after I've spoken to my coach. But that's that. By the time you're seeing this, I've already run. I've done the race. So you should follow me on Instagram, because you'll see it all there. It's the same name as my YouTube, Josh Manning. I'll put it right here. And I'm just so excited to finally be getting to Melbourne and really getting going with this. I've got some huge plans with the channel, and all that sort of stuff next year that I've just got to dot a couple more I's and cross a couple more T's before we can officially launch the really cool and exciting stuff that we're planning. So that's it this week. Hopefully you watched a little bit of this. It all helps. Definitely subscribe to the channel, because you're not going to want to miss what's coming. It's going to be very cool. Next week's video is going to be awesome, and I'll see you there. Bye.